Nightmares. We all have them, one time or another. Everything has a dark side. Our dreams were meant to be a place of jubilation and contain our most wonderful fantasies. This is kind of like an award. Some of us work our asses off all day long and then come home to a nice cozy bed. Sleep by itself is a nice gift for our turmoils, but dreams make sleeping hard for us to want to wake up sometimes. But there is, of course, a dark side. There's always a dark side. Nightmares have a certain way of creeping up on us when we don't want them to. It's almost like they know. Some may say that nightmares are our own fault. Watching scary movies or reading scary stories can be fuel for our nightmares, but what if there are things out there that can control our dreams? What if there are beings who can purposely give us nightmares? What if these things are there to drive us insane to the point where we want to sleep forever? Now is when I tell you about my nightmares. A couple weeks ago, I started to get really into reading creepy stories. All humans have this certain want of excitement, but sometimes we take it way too far. You know what I'm talking about. Surfing videos on the internet late at night, reading creepy stories, or making our own stories. You know how it works. You sit there, tired in front of your computer. The room is dark. The voices in your head are telling you to shut off the computer and finally get some fucking sleep. But then it happens. You find a video that has a creepy description. Perhaps a video about a ghost encounter, or a video of aliens. This is how my nightmare started. My friend Zach has a YouTube account where he plays video games and gives them commentary. You know, a let's play. But one day, he decided to do something different. He narrated a story off of a website called CreepyPasta.com. I've heard of this somewhere. I know I have. It's hard to surf the internet for so many years and not hear about something so popular. He told a story of a man called Slenderman. Now, I had obviously heard of this character. I've seen the Marble Hornet videos, and I've seen the fan art and the so-called pictures. The story was interesting, and it made me want to read more. So I did. Within a few days, I had read all the popular stories that the website had to offer. Squidward's suicide, Ben drowned, Dead Bart, Jeff the Killer, the Tails doll, Smile Dog, and all the Pokemon hacks. These stories, they give you a feeling of terror. You start to notice all the small things around you, all the creaks and the moans. You look over your shoulder and you think you see a shadow of some sort. Nothing. Huh. Silly you. You finally get the courage to go to sleep. And then you start to understand the position you just put yourself in. I understood what I was doing to myself, but I didn't stop. I saw them all. I saw all the creatures from those stories in my dreams. I saw the Smile Dog try to make me spread the word. I saw Jeff telling me to go to sleep. Squidward staring at me with his bloodshot eyes. Jerking myself awake every time I encountered one of these freaks got old really fast. But then, the nightmares began to get so much more real. No longer was I imagining the characters from the stories, but now, my nightmares were taking their own shape, contorting themselves to make me even more uncomfortable. One night I was laying soundly in my bed. It was almost like an out-of-body experience. You see, I had a bird's eye view of myself. It was as if I was laying on the ceiling, and I was laying on top of the covers, and my eyes were closed. I must note that I was not breathing, no snoring, no indication of my stomach rising and lowering. In fact, I was utterly motionless. My room was pitch black, as it usually is when I fall asleep, but I can see myself perfectly. It's as if I had some type of night vision, but it wasn't all green and shit like it usually is. Then, My eyes shot wide open. It startled me a bit. I just stared up at the ceiling. It seemed as if he was looking at me, like I really was on the ceiling. A drop fell. A ruby-colored drop of blood fell onto my face. Then another, and another, and another. The drops began to fall slow, but then they picked up speed, similar to when the rain begins to fall. The vision of myself laying on my bed then begins to smile. The blood soaks his teeth and started to drip into his eyes, but he did not blink or close his mouth, just let the blood fall on him. Suddenly, the view switched to me being on the ceiling. Now, I was the one laying on the bed. On the ceiling was a bloody, mangled, wounded version of me. My eyes were missing, and my teeth were missing as well, but I had the same smile as the vision of myself on the bed. My hands and legs were pinned to the ceiling, almost as if I was being crucified. Then the view began to slowly zoom in on my face. Blood still fell, and my view was being distorted. I wanted to see what was going to happen, so I tried my best to see. The view then zoomed in on my face at an alarming rate, and then I spoke. I am your God now. I woke up, breathing fast and hard. I felt paralyzed, like I was stuck. I felt liquid around me. Did I really just piss the bed from this nightmare? Or was it blood? I quickly jumped up and found out that I had knocked over a cup of tea in my sleep, and I was laying in it. Sometimes, when I have dreams, I feel as if the interaction of objects in the real world affect my dreams. In one dream, I was being stabbed repeatedly in the arm, and I could actually kind of feel it. I awoke to my friend obnoxiously poking me in the arm with a pen. I thought that him poking me in the arm made the stabbing from the nightmare be all the more real. Since dreams and nightmares are derived from our own brains, we can experience things in our dreams that seem real. When you eat something, you can taste it. This is because you remember how the object tasted. This dream made me not want to sleep anymore that night, so I didn't. But that wasn't the end. I had this nightmare over and over again for a few days, happening the same way every time. There wasn't anything I could do. I couldn't change the dream even if I wanted to. This nightmare scared me every time. You think I would have gotten used to it, but I didn't. I began to think about ways I could avoid this nightmare. This was my first thought. I can't remember ever having a nightmare while I was napping during the day. So my first plan was to sleep during the day and stay up during the night. Hopefully this would work. First day, no nightmares. I was relieved. I thought that I had found the solution. I had no problem sleeping during the day. I didn't sleep much as it is already. Second day, my plan failed. The same nightmare happened again, but this time, there was no smiling from the body on the ceiling. Actually, there were no emotions at all. My head was missing. More blood fell quickly this time, making the dream end faster. My body was laying on the bed, looked down, and my decapitated head was laying in my lap. And it was smiling. I'm pissed now. What? I can't just fucking sleep anymore? Fine, I won't. I'll stay awake. Yes, that will work. I'll stay awake until I pass out from exhaustion. I won't encounter the nightmare unless I absolutely have to. I wrote this quite a while ago, back when the nightmares first started. It's been about a week since I decided I wasn't going to sleep. I'm so tired. I don't think I could stay awake anymore. My bed sounds so heavenly right now. I guess my plan didn't work how I thought it would. I'm going to bed now. I think I could stay up for a few more hours, but I don't want to. I want to see my smile. I want to see my bloody body hanging from the ceiling. It sounds so interesting to me now. Oh, how that blood felt so refreshing, cascading on my face. I have a bottle of pills, extra strength. I'm gonna take them all with some alcohol. I don't want to be awake anymore. I've been awake for a couple days and I now just realize how horrifying it is. I'm seeing those creepypasta characters in real life. I've gone completely fucking insane. I know they won't be there in my dream. They were never there before. I'll sleep forever. So I can look and smile at my God for the rest of my days. I'll just swallow the pills. I'm gonna have a quick drink, then I'm going to bed. Why not join me? It will be your God soon enough. Did you like that creepypasta? I thought it was so cool how they put creepypastas within a creepypasta. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't self-aware, but the character in the creepypasta was talking about how they read creepypastas, and while I was narrating it and reading it through, I was like, wow, people who go and look at scary videos on the internet. Sounds like all of us in the horror community. So I had to pick this one. So I really hope you ghouls liked it. Also, look forward to me playing that Resident Evil 7 demo thing. I want to do it because it's horror related and I think it would be really fun to do, and I need to do something fun in my life. So I'm going to do that. And Friday, there will be an actual state-specific ghost story video, so y'all know. But yeah, as always, my last video will be on the top left. My next video will be on the bottom left. All my social medias are on the screen, as well as in the description box below. The secret word of the day will be creepy. Use it however you want. But remember, there's always someone or something watching you.